still August 28th, I think. So I haven't had breakfast yet. It's like 3. I was finishing. So I'm trying to get the next chapter out. Prepared, because I only have like 4 videos left. I'm literally like a week at a time. And the next chapter's titled Startled, chapter 55. So one of the dreams, I completely forgot about that dream, but it's about my niece, Avi. And I had forgotten that she gets lost. She gets lost in that dream. And I could feel her fear, and I'm circling her, and I could see her, and she can't see me. She's holding on to like a stuffed animal. So it didn't sit well with me. I was just like, oh gosh. I mean, she's the youngest. She's the youngest. So I've been sitting with that dream a little bit more, trying to remember the details of it. And then I remembered. The blonde girl. There was, before that dream, I don't remember. I'd have to go back and look. But there was I remember it was when my brother was with me. My brother was with me, and it was our house. It was a new house, and it was the progression. I was seeing the progression of the house itself changing, and the walls. Had to do with the walls. Like it was a lively home, and then the next scene it was the same home, but things were worn down, and then the next scene it was like really like the ¿cómo se llama? La pared. What is that called? The drywall was like not up, and there were maggots coming out. I remember my brother was trying to cover them, and I'm like thinking to myself, like, why are you trying to cover the maggots? Like, why don't the whole wall needs to come down, like it needs to get cleared. And I remember in that dream, or when I was doing the write-up for that dream, I remember thinking, as you know, right, I'm reflecting back as I'm posting it, making connections, and I was like, oh, it's the home. Our home used to be very lively, so I knew it had to do with my childhood. I knew that one had to do with my childhood, the progression of it. But I remember there was a scene, I don't remember if it was in that dream or if it was the dream that followed, but there was a girl with blonde hair, and she was like this, and the men that were controlling, the feeling that I got where there were the men in her life that were controlling were around her. And I remember getting into the truck with her, and the feeling that her dad was in the truck too. But there was something about, I just remember the blonde hair, and I'm like, who is this girl? I don't know who this girl is. I don't know her. It didn't dawn on me. Our youngest has blonde hair. It's like a fluke. Not a fluke, because there's in our family, on both sides of the family, we have the genes. We have the genes on my dad's side and my mom's side for very blonde hair. So every once in a while we'll have like a cousin that's really light skinned, or blue eyes, green eyes, hazel eyes. And I think we have one cousin on my mom's side that has very light brown blonde hair. Not to mention, on my dad's side of the family, the youngest in my grandfather's family pods, Um, blue eyes, blonde hair. Super light skin. Or hazel. I don't know. Last I saw her, she was like 4 or 5. But I freaked out a little bit because I was just like, oh my gosh, like, when are we gonna find her? How, like, and because she wasn't familiar. She wasn't familiar in that dream with the blonde hair and the men behind her. And I just remember thinking, oh my gosh, she just needs help. I remember she just felt trapped. She felt stuck. So I panicked a little bit because I made that connection. I was just like, is that her? Is that her? It didn't dawn on me to ask. So I just meditated in the middle of the day to ask, because it's making me uneasy. 1, to know that she's going to get lost. 2, how long will she be lost for? Will we find her? And 3, was that her? Was that her as a teenager? Did I see her as a teenager? And is that like my brother and her brother, right? Like being very controlling because of the anxiety. Because I didn't recognize the men either. I just knew their role in her life. So I asked about it. I asked if she would really get lost. The answer was yes. I said, okay. Will she get lost at some point this year? The rest of this calendar year, what's left of it? The answer was no. So then I asked, will it be next year? Yes. Okay. So I said, will she be found right away? Yes. Okay. Will she be found that same day? Because my fear was like, when kids get kidnapped or, anything could happen. So I got the confirmation she would be found the same day. So I was like, okay. But then I wanted to know about this girl with the blonde hair, long blonde hair. So then I asked, straight blonde hair, is that her when she's older? Yes. I was like, oh my gosh. Okay. But is she gonna need help? Yes. Okay. So then I asked, do I let my brother know? And my sister-in-law, the answer was no. I was like, okay. Like knowing, right? Some things just need to unfold as they do. So then I said, well, can I record on this so that I don't forget? I was given the okay to record, which is why I'm recording. So at some point next calendar year, 2023, she will get lost. And it must have been a frightening loss. I mean, she was in a crowd and I could feel her fear. So anyways, I just wanted to record on that. I was surprised that I got details, because for some time, for other things I don't get a lot of details, but I got details there. So, time will tell. I mean, we're in August, September, in a couple days. So, okay. That's all. Hey you, my name is Yubi and I use she, they pronouns, and you've just finished watching a clip from my video diary entries where I'm documenting my healing journey as I learn how to navigate my spiritual awakening. I have learned that this experience and process is unique to each and every one of us in whatever way we are embracing living our truth. This just happens to be my journey. And despite me having a graduate degree and a license in clinical social work, this by no means is intended to replace any type of formal mental health advice. This is just me on a personal level, shedding light on the truth that I am learning and discovering for myself as these experiences unfold, and really inviting you along for the ride. Please know that there is a time gap between when these videos post and my real timeline, and also that these clips build upon each other similar to chapters in a book. So if you find yourself lost or confused, feel free to click on the playlist section or the link below, where you can jump around, check out the other chapters, and or catch up.
Also, please know that you're more than welcome to check out my website, www.youbecominghealed.com, where I've gathered all of this information, my background experience, and education to create online self-paced courses to help you on your healing journey wherever you are. You're also more than welcome to check out my other YouTube channel at You Becoming Healed, where I've entertained a podcast including clips from these courses so that I can make this content accessible to more and more people. Please click like, subscribe, and share this content so again it reaches more people, with the hopes that other people will resonate and connect with the healing journey and the stories shared so that they don't feel alone in their own process. I thank you in advance. I'm grateful to you, and I wish you well.